It was the 3-minute video that shouldn't have happened, featuring a 15-year-old girl who seemed to possess a voice that had lived 1,000 lives. When Lucy Thomas stepped into a professional recording booth to cover the Les Miserables classic, I Dreamed a Dream, the music industry was currently obsessed with auto-tuned pop and viral dance trends. Nobody expected a quiet teenager from Wigan to shatter the internet with a musical theater ballad, yet that is exactly what occurred. Within hours of the upload, the comment sections were flooded with listeners claiming they were moved to tears, and the video quickly bypassed millions of views, outperforming global superstars who had spent millions on marketing. But as the views climbed, so did the scrutiny. Investigative fans began to wonder how a child could possibly convey the devastating heartbreak of a character like Fantine, a woman who has lost everything, with such chilling accuracy. This wasn't just a talented kid singing a song. It was a vocal masterclass that felt almost unsettling in its perfection. The sheer power of her resonance and the surgical precision of her pitch led many to ask if we were witnessing a once-in-a-generation miracle or a highly engineered product of modern technology. While the world was just discovering her, the elite circles of reality television were already facing a massive wave of regret over how they handled her initial debut. Long before the viral fame, Lucy was a contestant on The Voice Kids UK, where she was mentored by Danny Jones. She made it to the semi-finals, delivering performances that were objectively superior to many of her peers, yet she didn't walk away with the win. In the aftermath, rumors began to circulate about the nature of these competitions and whether they are designed to find the best singer or simply the best story. Many observers noted that Lucy's exit from the show felt premature, sparking conversations about how the industry often overlooks pure talent in favor of more marketable, high-energy personas. However, her failure on the show turned out to be the ultimate catalyst. Instead of being tied to a restrictive, multi-year contract that often follows reality show winners, contracts that have reportedly led to many young artists feeling trapped or silenced, Lucy was free to chart her own path. This independence allowed her to record I Dreamed a Dream on her own terms, without a label executive telling her to change her look or her sound. The irony is staggering. By losing the competition, she actually won the career that her competitors are still struggling to build. As her popularity skyrocketed, a darker wave of speculation began to emerge from the more cynical corners of the internet, with some claiming the performance was too good to be authentic. These critics pointed to her robotic levels of control, suggesting that the audio had been heavily manipulated or even that she was lip-syncing to a studio-perfected track. These accusations surfaced frequently in the early days, as people found it difficult to reconcile her youthful appearance with the mature, operatic texture of her voice. Some went as far as to suggest that her one-take studio videos were staged for the camera. However, these claims were met with fierce resistance from vocal experts and fans who had seen her perform live. The controversy only added fuel to the fire, driving even more traffic to her channel as people watched and rewatched the footage, looking for any sign of a glitch or a flaw. What they found instead was a singer who defied the laws of vocal aging. The I Dreamed a Dream video became a battleground for this debate, proving that in the digital age, being too perfect can be just as controversial as being a failure. This tension between her undeniable skill and the public's disbelief created a high-retention loop that kept her at the top of the algorithms for months. Beyond the technical debates, there is a deep sense of mystery regarding the wall of privacy that surrounds Lucy's personal life and professional dealings. Unlike almost every other rising star of the Gen Z era, Lucy doesn't engage in the typical social media hustle. You won't find her involved in public beefs, and you certainly won't see her chasing headlines with shocking outfit choices or controversial statements. This has led to intense speculation about the secretive nature of her management team, which is largely comprised of her own family. While major labels in London and Los Angeles were reportedly circling her with massive offers, Lucy chose to stay with an independent label, Cavendish Records. This move shocked industry insiders who assumed she would jump at the chance for mainstream fame. The rumor mill has been working overtime, with some suggesting she was warned away from major deals by those who saw how the industry used up previous child prodigies. This protective circle has kept her grounded, but it has also created a vacuum of information that fans are desperate to fill. Every time she posts a new video, the internet dissects it for clues about her next move, wondering if she is secretly preparing for a massive transition into a different realm of entertainment. Recently, those whispers have turned into full-blown speculation that Lucy is about to make a move that will change her career trajectory forever. Rumors have surfaced that major film studios have been in talks with her team for a blockbuster soundtrack project, similar to how Celine Dion or Whitney Houston became synonymous with cinematic masterpieces. Furthermore, the theater world is reportedly begging her to take on lead roles in the West End or on Broadway, with many saying she is the only person capable of revitalizing classic roles for a new generation. Despite these mounting pressures, she remains in her quiet studio, continuing to release covers that garner millions of views with zero traditional promotion. This silent strategy has led some to believe she is waiting for the perfect moment to expose her true potential on a global stage, perhaps during a major international event. The anticipation is reaching a fever pitch, as her "I Dreamed a Dream" performance continues to serve as the benchmark for every new singer who enters the scene. She has become the final boss of vocal talent on YouTube, a standard that few can reach and even fewer can surpass. When you sit back and analyze the impact of this single performance, you realize that Lucy Thomas didn't just sing a song. She created a blueprint for how to survive and thrive in a digital world that usually eats young talent alive. She took a song about dreams gone wrong and turned it into a testament of what happens when everything goes right. The chills people report feeling aren't just a physical reaction to a high note. They are the result of witnessing a rare moment of artistic honesty in a world full of fake content. As we look toward her future, the questions remain. Will she finally succumb to the lure of a major label, or will she continue to break the rules of the music industry from her own backyard? Whatever happens next, one thing is certain. That 2019 studio session was the day the world realized that some voices are simply too powerful to be contained by a reality show or a standard contract. The dream she sang about isn't over. It's just getting started, and what she reveals next might just be the most shocking chapter of her story yet.